for me what you're talking about?
Like, whenever you take the acceleration and convert it to, in terms of gravity,
Oh,
and you were supposed to take the absolute value of the force of gravity and acceleration, and divide acceleration by gravity, so why do you take the absolute value?
acceleration due to gravity, the term, acceleration due to gravity is a positive number. Little g represents the scalar value of the acceleration of an object if the only force acting on it is the force due to gravity. So your acceleration might be positive or negative, depending upon what you choose. Your vector acceleration could be positive or negative, depending upon what you choose to be positive or negative direction. But that doesn't make acceleration due to gravity, acceleration due to gravity,
So
a
it's-
negative number.
So if that value is not considered a vector, so there would be like no
Little,
direction.
little g is not a vector.
Is big G?
No, big G is a constant,
Okay.
which we'll get into in chapter 6, I think.
Okay.
Yes, Laura.
I have one last question, so,
Okay.
question 66.
And it's okay if it's not the last question.
If one of the textbook problems, it's about making an acceleration graph based off of the velocity graph.
Right?
In between seconds, or between 2 to 3 seconds, the acceleration changes. Is that shown by just like doing this on your acceleration graph?
I'm not sure what the graph looks like right now. I mean, do you have it up?
I mean, yeah, I
Or-
have the velocity graph right here, but it doesn't show us the acceleration graph to see if we got it correct.
All right, so the acceleration graph is the slope of the velocity time graph.
Yeah.
So it won't be exactly that, but your velocity time graph, I assume it's meters per second in seconds. Something like that?
Yeah.
So your acceleration graph, let's take the easy parts. What's that slope?
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Okay. So I know that for my acceleration graph, that it's 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Because my velocity is constant along these are constant functions, so my velocity is constant, my acceleration is 0. Now what's happening here is I have an incredible change in velocity in incredibly little time. So if we look at acceleration as in the change in velocity over the change in time, then let's go ahead and make everything a vector. Then I've got a huge rise with a very tiny run. So what's happening at that point, I have a negative change in velocity. So there should be a negative spike.
Got it.
Now, if this truly takes place instantaneously, then that spike is infinitely long down. That's the kind of thing that kills you. If you're in a car accident, it's the stopping very suddenly, which will, flash it back to a colleague of mine.
Colleague's dead then?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, because of inertia, your body wants to keep going, and so if you stop very suddenly, your heart keeps going while the rest of your body doesn't if you're in a seatbelt, and it basically rips. Sorry, I did not plan to go morbid so early, so I apologize for that. Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. I just got
And
confused
more.
on the way that they explained the answer, that's all.
Okay. And on this upbeat moment, other questions? Wow, I am sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I know what it triggered in me, and I don't know what it's triggered in anyone else,
Oh, I'm sorry.
so. I talked about after I found out my mom had cancer. All my examples in physics for the next 2 months were all death and destruction. It was just very bizarre.
That sounds awesome, to be honest.
But it's where my mind went immediately, and then at some point, that I eventually came out of it, but those are very morbid times. That was 10 years ago, so I'm okay with that at this point.
If
Which
it
is
helps,
bizarre,
I have
because
a
the
lot
car
of
accident
family
was even
members who
part of
died
that.
from cancer.
Sorry, what was that?
If it helps, I've had a lot of family members who had cancer.
Yeah, cancer sucks.
Yeah, one of them died.
Yep. It is
Two of them,
unfortunate.
but I wasn't related to one, so.
How about something upbeat? Anyone watch the debate yesterday?
Yes, it was so.
Anyway. Other questions?
What are we doing today?
Well, we got the quiz,
Okay,
and then we'll talk
Anything
about
else?
forces.
okay.
I probably know your answer, but can we listen to music during the quiz?
Sure. As long as you not,
No,
don't share
we'll
your music
blast
with
it.
anyone else.
Wait, what?
Well, I've had some people who put in the earbuds, but
you
it's,
said blast it?
it's so loud, I can hear it. If I can hear your music, then it's too loud.
Yeah.
Do you have good hearing?
No.
Dylan, should I move?
All right, let's do it. Let's get it done. When you're done, just bring it up.
Do we have